Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Jen and I want to think of a tagline of what to say when I introduce these videos, but I haven't thought of it yet, so we'll do that another time. Maybe next time. Watch this space. So what I want to do in today's video, I want to do what I'm going to call an audio react. I don't know if this is a thing or if someone else has ever named this. If they have, comment below what the official name is, but I'm going to call it an audio react. And I'm actually just going to move my laptop over here, lovely. What we're going to audio react to is, it's a video from Abraham Hicks. And interestingly, actually, Esther Hicks doesn't have an official YouTube channel. So any Abraham Hicks audio that you hear on YouTube isn't official.
I'm just still a little...
It's basically, people have taken the audio, really, but there you go. Yeah, such as YouTube, isn't it? So, and also I think realistically, the amount of people that then go and find Esther and Abraham and buy the books and things like that, you know, it's probably fine. They probably don't mind. So, this is a video by Life is Joy, and the title is You Will Win the Lottery. So, let's have a listen. Let's see what they say, and I'll make some commentary. So yeah, I could do the whole StreamYard thing, put the video up there, and maybe I will do that in the future, but I just want to see what an audio react kind of feels like, comes out like, and we'll see whether it becomes a permanent fixture. Anyway, let's jump into it.
Right now, ready to pop for you, 20, 30, 40, 50 viable avenues of motion forward. Sometimes people say...
Okay, so I'm commenting already. I love this. I love the way Esther words things. It's beautiful. Viable avenues. And this is something that connects back to the whole idea of, like, you don't have to manifest how it happens. I'll talk more about that in a later video, because there's some school of thoughts that think you can influence the how. There's other schools of thought that think you can't influence the how and you shouldn't think of the how. But even just Esther saying this, 40, 50 viable avenues ready to pop for you. So you think any goal that you have, anything that you want to manifest, there could be 40 or 50 or even more viable avenues ready to pop. And isn't it exciting and fun to think, which avenue might it be? You just don't know. So don't cut yourself off from what could be by trying to make it specific. Let's continue. I'm so it's like already juicy, I feel like.
Well, I feel like I went to the dock and my ship had sailed. And we say, no problem, there's another and 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 another. So if you hear us and accept that there is another and another and another and another, and you accept the winning of the lottery might be one, an idea about something might be another. In other words, the universe is looking for paths of least resistance to satisfy through you and through how you live and through how you think the things that you've asked for. In other words...
Okay. I'm like having to hold myself back from pausing, because otherwise I'll pause literally every minute, every 30 seconds even. So I love this. Say you're trying to manifest money. It could be the lottery. You could win it. Or it could be an idea. It could be a business idea. It could be go talk to this person, go talk to that person. There are 40 to 50 viable avenues ready to pop. I love that. Let's turn that into an affirmation. At any moment, for me personally, these are specific, these are mine. You have your own, right? We all have our own. There are 40 to 50 viable avenues ready to pop at any minute. Love it.
If we could just convey to you, sometimes it looks like what you think is, oh yeah, I've asked, but there's this arbitrary arbitrary board that is saying, well, the worthiness isn't quite in place, or let's let that one just stew a little longer because there's more to be learned. Nothing like that is going on. When you put it over there, all forces are moving systematically and consistently toward giving you the results that you're looking for, and to the degree that you allow through your path of most allowance or through your path of least resistance, it unfolds. You see what we're getting at?
I love that comment as well. The path of most allowance, or the path of least resistance. It's the same path, but it's just two different names for the same path. So which path are you on? Are you on the path of most allowance? You're allowing the most to come through that path? Or you're on the path of least resistance? It's just the one that your energy has found a route through because you're not thinking, oh, I'm not worthy of that one. I also love how and Esther mentions this a few times in her videos, or in the videos of her audio, I should say. Just that the universe isn't thinking that one doesn't deserve what it wants. That one, nah, we'll let that one stew for a bit. No, it's you doing that to yourself. You're allowing yourself to stew by blocking yourself from the energy. Remove that block, whether that's like the negative self-talk or the lack of belief that you deserve what you desire. Once you remove that, you open the floodgates. Let's continue.
So can you feel that it is working out for you? And then play what other games you want to play. And if we were standing in your physical shoes, and this is really what we were telling our goal-setting friend earlier, we would be less intense about what we're trying to make happen, because the intensity about what you're trying to make happen is the reason for the majority of your resistant vibration. An attitude of, I will succeed, instead of it's natural that things come to me. Feel the difference.
Yes. See? Feel the difference. This is exactly what I was talking about in my previous video about amending affirmations until they feel comfortable to you, until they feel natural to you. You're saying that I will succeed. It's so like, even your body is like, no you won't. It's so, you're just forcing it. You're forcing it. As opposed to, I'm going to forget the exact words that Esther's just used, but it's natural for me to win. Oh yeah, I can get behind that.
I'm going to make it happen because I'm going to prove my worthiness because I know I am worthy. Or the universe knows what I want. It's all queued up and it's just a matter of right timing. And the universe knows even better than I do the details of what would be the best unfolding for me, you see. And when you get into that place, then it's just fun to watch the drama unfold.
Yeah, and again, this links back into the idea of you don't even necessarily need to write down the specifics. The universe knows what you want. It's in your head, and the universe is also in your head. Your higher self is just that, pure energy version of you. So it already knows what you want. And once you're sort of, whatever's going on in your mind, once you allow that to step away, it knows what to do. It knows what to do. Allow it to do that.
It's fun. The attitude that you want to have is, ooh, what's next? Let's see. In what way is the universe going to surprise and delight me with the path toward all that I've been asking for? And can't you honestly say, I don't even remember everything I put in there. I don't even remember, because some of the stuff I put in there in the middle of stuff I really didn't want. I'm not even actually sure what's in there, but you can be sure it's all good, and you can be sure you're really going to like it when it unfolds, and you can be sure it will unfold, and you can be sure.
This is the thing what Esther just said about some of the things you've put. Esther calls it your vortex of where everything that you desire is spinning around. You can call it whatever you want. Some of the things you've put in there in the middle of when you felt really bad. And this is a big concept from Esther and Abraham Hicks, is that when you're in a negative place, you're creating the opposite, the positive version of whatever that was. For example, if you're in a bad relationship, you're actually creating the good relationship, because everything that's bad over here, the opposite is over here in your ideal life. So Esther's right in what she's saying, of course she is, that you don't even necessarily know everything that's in your perfect vortex of life, because you've maybe not consciously specified that or written it down in a list somewhere. But through your living of life and feeling bad about the things that you don't want, you create the equal and opposite of what you do want. And when they show up, you'll be like, oh, I didn't even know I wanted that. Love it, love it.
Forces on it, and you can be sure nobody else is going to sweep in and snatch it away, and you can be sure it's there for you, and you can be sure you created it, and you can be sure it's on its way to you. The only thing that is questionable is how long is it going to take you to line up with it, and the answer to that is it doesn't really matter. If you're having that's why we want you to be patiently and eagerly optimistic, you see. So we would play the lottery for the fun of it, period. We would say, this is fun, and I like to get impulses, and when I get an impulse, I like to write it down and see if it plays out, and I like to see how things come.
I just want to mention that one interesting comment. How many people can genuinely say that they play the lottery for fun? How many people have you heard say that they play the lottery for fun? I know what I've heard people say about the lottery, like, oh, I mean, I'll never win, but oh, can you imagine? And da da da. I haven't ever heard anyone saying, oh, I can't wait to go put my numbers on. Let's start saying it. Let's start saying it. I'm playing it for fun, for the fun of it.
Play a game while you're in traffic. Are any of you ever in traffic? Play a game. Hold a birth date in your mind, or fixate on something every day before you get into traffic. Find something to think about that has something to do with letters and numbers, and then get into traffic and watch how quickly the universe will bring to you those numbers. Mm-hmm. You're just going to thrill at how it all winds up all around you.
Or even another way of doing that is a color. And then all of a sudden, every single car that you see is that color. But again, that's just simple ways that you can kind of prove to yourself, if you like, that this does work. If you're feeling a bit skeptical, prove it with something small. You know, nothing is big or small. That's another construct in our own mind. But do it with something completely insignificant. But then that actually teaches you the way that you need to become about these things that feel like they're so significant, they're so big. Because it's kind of in that attitude of like, I can do this. This is insignificant. This is nothing. That's what brings it. So try it. Test it out.
It's uncanny, because the probability of satisfying what's active in your vibration, especially if it's a silly game that you don't really care that much about, is 100%. The universe will show you its response to your non-resistant thought again and again and again.
Yeah.
And when you convict...
It's the idea that something's important adds a lot of resistance to it, which makes it more difficult.
Yourself that the universe is responding, then you can be inspired. So here's the question that we have for you about winning the lottery. So you've been hearing us talking. We know it is becoming so redundant that you could almost gag. Your source energy, you come forth, you mix it up, you throw stuff over there into your vibrational escrow, and now your work is to move in the direction of it. And so are you getting the sense that this vibrational reality is swirling, is real, and is calling you to it? Yes? So that means in the subject of winning the lottery, if my goal is to win the lottery, that means it's in there, yes? So if it's in there, that means the circumstances are already being drawn, yes? So that means the probability of the lining up of the choosing of the numbers is already set into motion, yes? So if all of that is set into motion, and my goal is to get in the vortex, then what's going to happen when I get in there? The numbers are going to occur to me, yes? Mm-hmm. Now there's a difference. So think about what we're talking about here. Are you going to dictate what numbers are called? No. Universal forces.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna have to do a part 2 on this, I think. I didn't realize how much commentary I would have. I don't want to make this video too long, and actually to do a part 2 is quite nice anyway. Hopefully this audio of Esther speaking has come out nicely on my video. I'll go and have a little test of that, because I think this is a nice setup. But actually, just to finish, and what Esther was just saying there, and actually I could watch this content over and over, and this is what I mean about, like, there's no such thing as too much manifesting content. Like, even if you feel it's a saturated space or something, there's actually no such thing as too much, because every time you hear it, something else just sort of chink in your brain. And I feel like I'm going to constantly have this analogy of something going in your brain. But even for me, I'm watching this again, and it's as if it's new. You know, new things are occurring to me. I'm going, yeah, like, I'm really getting it. You know, it's really sinking in. So what Esther mentioned on just get into the vortex, and maybe I should go into more, maybe I could do a react to Abraham of, like, just talking about what the vortex is, because actually it's really just kind of clicked in a whole new level for me as well. It's like a whirlpool, it's like a jacuzzi, and everything that you want is in there. And the way that you jump in is by enjoying life and relaxing and knowing that all belongs to you. And you need to get out of your own way in order to get what's in there. You need to just jump in and go down the lazy river, another analogy that Esther uses, actually. So I'm going to finish it there. I will do a part 2 on this, because I've still got about 4.5 minutes to go on this video. So I will continue that next time. Thank you so much for joining me. I've really enjoyed this one. If you're here, if you're watching, please comment, please subscribe, please interact with me, talk to me. I will reply to everybody, because I'm really excited to start making this a community and start engaging with everybody. So thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.